Greetings from the new Votes for Women space at the Nashville Public Library's Special Collection Center. Inspired by Tennessee's role as the final state to ratify the 19th Amendment, the Votes for Women space serves as a destination for discovery and inquiry, and to introduce our audience to new narratives and themes in America's history. We can't wait to see you again when the library opens to engage in new conversations about women's history, equality, democracy, and the right to vote.
Hello, and welcome to this evening edition of the Southern Festival of Books. My name is, as it says right below me, Patrick. I looked the wrong way, Patrick. And we have a wonderful evening in store for you. I would like to first thank our festival sponsors, and let's hear it for the National Endowment for the Humanities, Metro Arts here in Nashville, Ingram, Tennessee Arts Commission, National Endowment for the Arts, the Dollar General Literacy Foundation, Nashville Scene, Parnassus Books, and Vanderbilt University. I'm going to bring in our contestants right about now. They will introduce themselves. We ask you throughout this evening, this full hour-long evening, to please participate at will in our chat session. They're on our app. You can probably also drop some knowledge, thoughts, and comments in our Facebook stream as well. But I'm going to bring everyone in, and we will do some formal introductions before we begin this fierce competition. Here they are coming into the stream on the internet. Welcome, one and all. We have just a wonderful arrangement of authors this evening who have books that have come out, and we've lost one already. So the competition has just gotten a little more fierce between those who are here. And welcome back, Kate Petty, whose name was on the title card. She helped put this event together. So we'll start with her on our introductions. We're going to go around all these authors. Debut lit novels this year. Perhaps they published something else, but this is the big year for the debut novel in the literary category, whatever that might be. So they're not going to maybe talk too much about their books this evening, but we would like to first start and give them the opportunity to introduce themselves by name and to tell us what their book is called and what their book is not about. So we don't want to know what their book is really about, but we do want to know what their book is called. So let's start down there with Kate, who dropped out and joyously and generously came back to join us. Kate.
My name is Kate Reed Petty. Hello. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you, Patrick, for the invitation. My book is called True Story, and it is not about figuring out all the glitches that my computer goes through every time I join a video event, and the ways that I figure out how to hop out and hop back in to fix all of the little things that go wrong. But maybe my next book will be about that.
Yes, that sounds wonderful. Jean.
That's my name. Hi, I'm Jean. My book is Pizza Girl, and it is not about my inability to make a charming Zoom square. I'm working on it. I need some art on the walls, and I will start making my bed. It's on the list of 2020 things.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jean. And Jessica.
Hello. I'm Jessica Gross. Delighted to be here. This is my book, Hysteria, and it's not about a hamster who built a castle and inadvertently got trapped inside.
Next book for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
This prompt is basically turning into what's your sequel going to be, and these are all sounding wonderful. Lee.
Hi, yeah. My book is The Party Upstairs, and it is not about balloon animals, animorphs, or figure skating.
Are you sure? Are you
I'm not
sure? I distinctly remember the figure skating passage. Okay. Kellan.
Hi, I am Kellan. I write as Szpara, and whoops, there we go, mirror image. My debut novel is Docile, and it is not about I'm moving next weekend, and this is the only beautiful part of my apartment still.
Excellent, excellent topic. And Sanaë.
Hi, I'm Sanaë, and my debut novel is The Margot Affair. And it is not about, I'm just going to say the first thing that popped into my head. It's not about pizza or water.
Hey, it's okay. Mine either. Either.
Well, thank you all. The internet thanks you. They now know you better than they've ever known you before. We are on a 30-second delay, not due to any fear of language. It's just how the internet's going to work here tonight. So if you're going to be commenting, it's going to take us a little bit of time to see that. But this is your chance, internet world. Just give us in the comment box some words. Any words at all, that'll be fine. We don't need any real specifics there. You can go with nouns. Name an animal. Professions. This is the interactive portion of the evening where you can interact with all of these heads. So I'm going to account for a bit of this time and just name other categories of things you can be typing into that box right now. And panelists, please jump in here. Types of candy, types of fruit. I'm going to get in that food land, and that's going to be basically all we're going to. Sports.
Items of clothing.
Oh, wonderful. Clothing.
Breeds of dogs.
Types of dogs.
You can just do breeds of dogs, breeds of birds, breeds of turtles. That's so much rich material there, on and on.
This is wonderful. All right, internet, we've given you the opportunity to add your thoughts. Perhaps you're shy. Perhaps you've forgotten where your keyboard is, and that's okay, because we don't really mind. Okay, we're just going to go on our own here. There's first task, our panelists, our contestants. You all should have a piece of paper near you. Wonderful. And let's see, we have, there are 6 of you. So actually we'll go one at a time here. And who's feeling ready to go first? Who would love to just, they don't know what they're going to do, but it's going to be great. I see all the hands up. Oh, it's going to be so hard to choose from you all.
Oh, I'll do it.
Okay, Kellan. Kellan, thank you. No looking. You might need to take down your decoration behind you. So what you're going to do, your book. Yeah, throw your book or pack your book away, I guess, since you're moving. And don't look at it. On your piece of paper, you are going to, thank you, internet. You're coming through. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, internet.
Okay, Kellan.
Birds.
Kellan, your topic is knights. Knights with a K if you want it. You take that K out if you don't.
Okay.
And you are going to stare into your camera and just tell the internet a story about knights. It can be a true story. You can make it up. While you're doing this. This is the task. Okay. You are going to be drawing the cover of your book without looking down at it. So you're just going to tell us all about knights and while drawing your cover of your book, and then we'll see how you did. Other contestants, you can cheer Kellan on quietly. We're also only going to put 30 seconds on the clock for this, so it should be fantastic. And go.
Okay, I don't have a story about a knight specifically, but I will tell you that knights are very attractive. I would like one in shining armor to come take me away. I would like several very strong ones to come and move all of my boxes next weekend. In this story, they come to my house, and actually one can live with me. My personal knight in shining armor, and a very, I guess he could be wearing like a pink armor because that's the color of the background of my book, which I'm trying very hard to draw right now. I have 2 bedrooms. Not that we'd need both of them.
And you're done. Let's see.
Oh man!
Can you hold up your drawing? Okay. All right, internet. Are you getting that? Okay. I'm going to put up the cover. Let's see if I can get you on
I can't draw anyone kneeling. This is the scratched eyes.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Which I'm impressed that I spelled correctly.
Yep. And you crossed out the chest area. Very close. All right, judges, what do we say? Okay, 10 points. Great job.
I feel like relatively
who would like to attempt this next? We have the internet is afire with suggestions for you all. Who would like to go next? Oh wow! Again,
everyone looks so disturbed.
It was incredibly fun. Somebody raise your hand.
I'll go next. I can go next.
All right, Jean, your topic to opine about is Telecaster guitars. And if you don't, you're not familiar with the model and the brand, we're not going to touch by that.
They get nights, and what is Telecaster guitar?
It's whatever you want it to be. And let's see, we're putting 30 seconds on the clock. Do you have your piece of paper ready?
I do. Okay, let me think about it.
Okay, don't look at your book cover. Whatever you do.
I snuck a quick peek.
Don't
I am ready
break eye contact with that camera. Okay, and the clock is going.
Okay,
it's going.
Telecaster guitars. I honestly don't even really know what a Telecaster is. I think it is something that you can see. Like, does that tell you what to say? Because I could really use like help on what to say right now. So I'm picturing a guitarist that is needing help. I don't know, with his lyrics. I'm sorry, this is so bad. I can't think of anything right now. And I'm also not drawing, so I think this is going to turn out really poorly. I forgot that part of the game.
And I'm no horologist, but that clock is saying it's about 30 seconds. So let's see what we've got. I'm going to move you into the official. Let's bitch you into the Kellan spot. All right, internet, can you see that? Oh yeah.
Not very well. I didn't get any of the picture. Yeah, I got the general shape.
Oh yeah, I see it.
I'm just saying, if I had 30 more seconds, it would have looked exactly like that. I was so close. I just needed 30 more seconds.
It looked fantastic. Let's see, judges. Okay, 12 points. 12 points because.
I don't know. Wow, I don't feel like I should have more than Kellan.
The judges
my cover is very easy, to be fair. Yours is much more complicated.
It looks great. You got 10 points too. Don't worry. Let's see. Sanaë, would you like to have a go?
Sure.
That's how we say. Sure.
I don't have a choice.
I have no choice. I have logged on. All right, let's see, internet, you have asked for penguins. Please tell us either a personal anecdote about penguins or a story about penguins. The clock is starting now.
Well, I remember seeing a documentary or a movie about penguins when I was young, and it was so tender. It was all about how they take care of each other. And it's jarring with the cover. And how they're, very, how they like huddle together when it's cold and snowy and all the things that we can't do right now, basically, as we enter the cold months.
Wow. And that's a profound statement about our current situation. Let's see, I'm going to awkwardly move our camera views here. You're gonna come over here and ooh, this looks pretty good. Here it comes. Let's do a side by side.
Legs.
We've got legs.
And we got legs.
All right. The judges love those eyelashes. They're giving you 50 points.
Wow.
Fantastic lash work. All right, Lee, would you like to, let's see. The internet is okay. This is great. All right, Toucan. Toucan is your topic. Toucan.
Okay. How are you all talking and drawing without looking down? I've been like trying to.
Very hard.
Yeah. Okay. Toucans. That makes me think of something on a cereal box, which I always, as a kid, would sort of dream of getting the toy inside, and I am pretty sure at one point the toy was a toucan. And I really long for that. The beak proportion is so strange on them. And I've always really admired that. They're kind of just freewheeling in terms of how they think about mouths. And I wanted to try to be more like that in 2021.
And that's it. All right. Freewheeling in the way they think about mouths. I hope that is the blurb on your next book jacket. For someone. Okay, we're going to get you into the hot seat here. Here comes Lee. All right. And let's see what we have. Oh, okay.
I got most of the title in.
Yeah. Let's see. Side-by-side comparison is showing a pretty accurate angle on the staircase. Pretty close.
Yeah.
The judges are deducting massive points for the occasional cheat down to the paper with your eyes. Everyone felt heartbroken that you wouldn't maintain eye contact with us the whole time. But now they said it's okay. You also get 10 points. Way to go. All right. Let's see. Up next, we're going to put everyone back on. Jessica, is this your chance?
Yeah, my dread and terror have been mounting, but
oh, good. Yeah.
I'm ready.
This is why you always say, oh, sure, why not? Schnauzer dog. Schnauzer dog.
Okay. I'm not going to go the autobiographical route. Let's see. Once upon a time, there was a very adorable dog. But unfortunately, it was a very beta dog, and some other dogs that walked down the street were very intimidating to the Schnauzer. So he developed a habit, this is so hard, of flopping onto his back so that his belly was exposed when the other dogs came by. But that was not effective enough. And so one time, Schnauzer was passing a very large dog, and the dog was like, you're not showing proper fealty to me. I'm much bigger than you. And the Schnauzer was like, well, fuck. That's the story.
And that's 30 seconds. Okay, let's see. Let's see what you've got here. You're going into the hot seat. Welcome into the hot seat. Oh my goodness, that is flawless. Let's get that side by side. The eyes are in the right spot. The mouth looks fantastic. Judges are giving you 20 points. Well done.
Thank you, judges.
And
that's how I feel like my head looks sometimes when I take a photo, very thumb shaped, So I like that trying.
I do hope there's someone out there at a publishing house who's just seeing this and saying, yes, that's it. That's the next one. You're doing paperback in that.
It'd be a good Zoom icon.
Yeah. Let's see, Kate, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, internet. Let's see what we've got for you. Ooh. Oh yeah. How about bees?
Bees. That's so perfect. I have a story about bees that happened today because I was having lunch outside with my father, who came out to the patio to have this is really hard, to have lunch on the patio. And there was a bee that would not stop talking or coming to try to get my dad's food. And it did it for 15 minutes. And I kept trying to swat it away. And then my spouse was like, you're not hitting the bee. Give me the fly swatter. It was like a napkin I was using. And And then my spouse just hit my dad on the shoulder with it immediately and didn't get the bee. And the bee flew away, and that's it. Bees. And
I think the time is there. We also we're gonna go back and look at the transcripts later, but we got bees not talking as part of what you were saying, and I think the bees weren't talking, I think is what you said. I could have not heard that correctly here, but I don't care because it sounded wonderful. Let's see what your art looks like.
Oh, no.
I bet it's going to be good. Oh, yeah, I got to get you in the hot seat. Oh, it's already looking pretty good. Yep. And let's see. Yes.
I was trying to do the squiggles, you know?
Yeah, you got them. You got them. All right. Yeah, the judges say that's a 5 times 2. They're giving you 10 points. So congratulations. Let's see. Tallying up the scores, I think we had 10 points for everyone, I believe, 50 points for eyelashes. So Sanaë, you are in the lead. All the rest of the games this evening only are worth 1 point, so you've technically won already. So congratulations. No, oh no, we're losing all the viewers. That's what they were watching for. Just kidding. Those aren't the real points. Okay, moving on to round 2 or round 3, depending on how we want to count tonight. I would love for us all to take a trip. We're going to go one by one again. So those of you who had to go toward the end of last round, maybe you want to, I'll call on you so you don't have to wait as long. But this time, I would love for you all, and perhaps we've mentioned this to the world before, but I would love for you all to go back in time to when you were slightly younger. And the first story that you remember sort of putting together and writing, and perhaps even sharing with someone. So maybe it was something you wrote in grade school, but I would love for you all to just, if you can share with us the basic elements of that story, the plot, perhaps a character that you really remember, and we will then listen with open ears to your tale, and then our contestants here will come up with a name for your story. We'll then throw it over to the internet to choose which title they would like to imprint on your own childhood memory. Okay, great. Would anyone like to begin?
I'll go first.
Okay, great, Jessica. Thank you.
Yeah, because mine is not going to be very long, because the earliest story that I remember writing was about some children who watched Full House. Unfortunately, it didn't conclude. That was the premise, the beginning, middle, and there was no ending. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really deep, from a young age.
Yeah. Wow. Does anyone have a title for that they? Again, can you run over the plot as it was?
Children sitting in a room. There was a television, and they were watching Full House.
Mm.
Yeah.
A room.
I would call it. Oh, do we just shout out? I would call it Whatever Happened to Responsibility.
Any contestants? Can you top that?
Empty house.
Deep.
Yeah.
I'll call that After School Special.
Internet?
I had Full House Empty Room in my head, but I think Empty House is cleaner.
I like that too.
That was the motif I was playing off of. Yeah.
These all sound so dark.
Yeah.
You're really good. I'm very impressed.
They are fantastic. We'll check in with the internet here if they need to choose. I don't think they even have to choose. Those were all beautiful titles. They would all run to the top of that bestseller list. Thank you, Jessica, for sharing that very poignant tale. Anyone else remember a story from your early days?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, please, you go first.
I don't think I shared it with anyone, but when I was around 12, maybe, I really loved reading World War I and World War II stories. That was an obsession. And so I started writing a story about a girl who is woken up in the middle of the night and there's a war and she has to flee with her family. That was the most, it's terrible to think about now, but I really fixated on what she would put in her bag and just the food. And so there would be bread and cheese, but not very practical things. I wasn't thinking about refrigeration, like cut up fruits, but it was mostly bread and cheese and bread and cheese. And it sort of ended there. It was just the packing of the bag.
I have a title for this story.
All right.
And it's bad because it's a pun and it sounds like a serious story, but I'm going to call it Warnicopia.
Ooh.
Judges? Okay. Kellan, I think you're breaking up. I think we're losing you completely. Oh no.
No!
No,
My puns are valid.
Yeah, puns are fine. Okay, Warnicopia.
Yes.
Okay.
Sanaë, I feel like you said the perfect title too. Bread and cheese and bread and cheese.
Yeah.
That's pretty lit.
Bread and cheese and bread and cheese. And this is coming from someone who has titled their book very similarly to that. Pizza might be just bread and cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
So run with that. Any other titles? It's a beautiful story. I want to know how it goes. So please, I encourage you all to complete these stories. Find the time. Make the time. Okay. Anyone else have a story from their younger years? Yes, Kellan.
When I was younger, I wrote a ton of fan fiction. So one of my first stories was a self-insert where actually Hanson, the 90s band, my favorite band, and I went to crossover the camp from the Addams Family movies.
Yep.
And we participated in the scene where they reenact Thanksgiving and burn down the Pilgrims village.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I got married to Taylor Hanson, and that was the very happy ending.
Wow.
Yeah, I just found this on my shelf the other day, which is how I remember it so clearly. The joys of cleaning your apartment.
Yeah, that's amazing. Any titles for Kellan's piece?
Happily Ever Handsome.
I do wop.
That's the best.
Oh, you're also breaking up, Kate. I think you are not going to make it. I feel like there's another cornucopia thing in there with Thanksgiving. So we'll let the internet decide. If you all want to title these things internet, feel free to send your suggestions as well. Any other titles for Kellan's Hanson Addams Family mashup? I can't wait to see.
It's a tough crossover.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Kellan. Anyone else have a story to share?
I have one, but I don't feel like it has any good pop culture references to it.
Well, then you're breaking up too. Oh boy, we're just losing everyone left and right.
I remember at a very young age writing something about, it was like a dog who refused to bite people and a cat. I think it was a little bit of a Homeward Bound ripoff. So there's some reference, but yeah, a dog who wouldn't bite and a cat who wouldn't scratch, and they get ostracized by their own species and team up as friends to evade the pound catchers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a story of friendship.
I love it. And I do feel that there's going to be someone out there just like writing all these ideas down. I got it. I got the next thing. Netflix, get this. Any titles?
On the Run. It'll be very dramatic.
On the Run.
How about Fangless?
Yeah.
I think the original title was Unbiter and Unscratcher.
All right, your past self earned all the points for that.
Yeah.
Unbiter. That's great. Let's see. Anyone else like to share their story from the past?
Yeah. I feel like mine is a good transition from Unbiter and Unscratcher because it was a care manual for an animal that I had invented called a woozle that looked kind of like a Muppet, like lot of shaggy fur, like dangly kind of limbs. It mostly was like a dog, like you sort of took care of it the way you would take care of a dog, pretty much. But I feel like it needed just it had to be fed a lot more often. Like it just needed like a lot of attention. Maybe that was like a fear of like the dog that my parents said that I couldn't take care of. So I was like inventing an animal that needed more. But yeah, so not really a story, more of a how-to.
So straight with an instruction manual. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
No, I think I would simply call this How to Feed Your Woozle. And I imagine that if it were like, if you wanted to expand it into a novel, which I think you should, like, you have the instruction manual and then the story plays out and the woozle escapes and gets scary and maybe causes havoc. And I don't know. I'm picturing this as like a speculative horror literary novel, just so you know.
It just like won't stop eating.
Yeah, How to Feed Your Woozle Won't Stop Eating.
I sense a crossover with Sanaë as well. Won't stop eating. What's in that bag? Oh boy.
Bottomless.
Here we go. Let's see. Jean, any memories?
I don't have any story memories because I feel like I came to writing a little later, but I definitely wanted to be a rapper in high school quietly. And so I have a lot of poems and fun things like that. And I had one basically about the difficulty of knowing which peanut butter brand to pick, so it's a whole song just about all the peanut butter brands at the grocery store. That was a pretty good one. You'll never hear it in the light of day, but that is one I wrote.
Well, it's nighttime, so the light of day is gone. Let's do it. Oh wait, you're in LA. I bet the sun's it's still shining. Great.
Yeah, it's 115 degrees. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad. That's not good. Do you remember though which peanut butter sort of you were pushing for toward the end? Did one peanut butter surpass the others?
The poem is really about anxiety and just having too many choices. So.
Oh.
Yeah. Dark turn.
It's just the turn it needed. Well, that's great. The internet is a buzz. So looks like everyone's getting 34 points apiece. Well done. You all are doing wonderful. And if you're looking at your clock, it is 8:34. So that number was not inspired by that. It just happened to be the same thing. Maybe it was. I don't know anymore. Okay, next round. How's everyone doing?
Well, we're all losing to Sanaë still.
Yeah,
so.
we're all still losing.
Oh, don't worry.
We're struggling. We're trying to catch
We'll take points off of her next round to even things out. But hopefully keep her spirits up. Let's see. Okay, so you all, this is a big year for your books. You put a lot of time and effort into them, supposedly. That's what I've been told. this is probably not the publication schedule that you thought it would be. And perhaps you had really great dreams of touring the world and the country with your books, and instead you got to tour many screens around the world. And it maybe wasn't the exact same thing. But I'm here to tell you how it really is. The dramatic pauses are fantastic for me because I can hear nothing from the world, and so that pause will last eternally, and it'll still be very poignant. So we're gonna walk through. If you had this experience of being the debut novelist, going out on your routes, things that you would definitely have encountered at various places that you would do your readings publicly with other people around. So. This is really just preparation as much as a game right now, because I know you all are probably working on another book, and God willing, the world will be different and you can go out and do all those things next time around. So this is more preparation than game, but we're going to run you through some scenarios, and our judging panel here is going to give you points based on how well you would address these very real life situations that happen to debut writers and any writer going into a public setting to do readings. Got it?
Do we ever get to meet this judge panel, by the way, or are they going to stay hidden the whole time?
They really wanted to stay off camera, but I'm going to show them to you. Hold it. There they are. There's a wall. Great. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, now okay. Well, very expensive. They said, you put us on camera, that's going to cost you. Okay, great. So all your prize winnings are going to them now. I apologize. Okay, so I'm going to, we'll ask for a contestant here. We're going to throw you a scenario, and we would just love to hear how you will respond in these very real life scenarios that you would go through. All right. Who would like to go first? Oh, wow. Yeah. Jean, you just put your glasses back on, so that means you're ready. Let's see. Okay. And again, this is, well, in our mind here, let's be promoting the book that you are currently have out in the world right now that you're hoping people will hopefully find and read. Okay. All right. So Jean, you're going first. You're about to go into a very big auditorium. Your agent booked this reading. You didn't know who the reading was for. And right before you walk out on stage, your agent, who I ran this by earlier tonight, they're fine with this. Your agent tells you that the audience is filled with ski lift repair people. So it's a conference for people who repair ski lifts. And they said, you must pander to them or we will not make any sales. So and this happens to all the authors.
I've heard of this. Yeah.
So you are about to go out on stage. You just found out it's a bunch of people that repair ski lifts. How do you hate
when it happens? You hate when it happens.
You do, absolutely, and you gotta go connect with this audience. How would you greet them? Maybe how would you pitch your book to them?
I would greet them. I would say hello, and then I would, just a normal American greeting custom, and I guess I would just say, who doesn't like pizza, right? It's so easy. I feel like I don't have to work very hard on my pitch. I have never fixed anything in my life, but I broke in lots of things. So, I could even involve them, ask them for some tips, because I imagine that they're just handy who know how to fix things other than ski lifts. But yeah, I think it would be a bop of a time. I look forward to when that happens on my next book.
All right. Well, the judges said you're ready. So let's end this pandemic and get you out there. Great. Who would like to go next?
How about I popcorn pick someone?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I feel like Kate's ready to
I'm
go.
giving you 50 extra points for that suggestion.
Amazing. I'm in the lead. Great.
You're in the lead now.
How about Kate? I feel like Kate looks ready to go.
All right, Kate.
Okay.
Let's see. Going down the list here. You walk into that bookstore. You're up there talking about your book, and you look out into the audience, and you see. Well, actually, before I tell you what this is, I've let it up, so I think you might know. Think of one character from your book that you created. One character. It can be a secondary character. It can be tertiary. Who cares? Get that character. Great. All right. You're at the bookstore. Things are going great. People are like, wow, yeah. How many cases can we buy? And then you see out behind one of the pillars, they just do one of these, and it's the character from your book. Somehow that character is there in the bookshop. And what do you do in that moment? You're up at the podium. This character's fairly close by if you need to have a word.
Oof. Oh man. When you said to think of a character, I thought of the scariest character from the book, who's like a ex-boyfriend who is like bad news, and very tall, bald, just like a threatening person. And then and actually just like the motion that you made, Patrick, just like the popping around the corner feels very true to what his name is Q. It seems like what he would do. So I think what I would have to do is, gosh, it would be so scary, but I feel like I would have to like rely on another character from the book. Like I would have to like quickly flip to that scene, read the scene where another character confronts and not, no spoilers, but confronts that character. And things would be okay.
Wow. I like that you were able to conjure another character up to alleviate any potential threat or problem. Judges, they liked it too. You get 50 points. All right. So popcorn pick the next contestant, please.
I choose Lee.
Lee. Okay. You're in a different bookstore. Totally different. So different. But oh no. You're having like, again, just a banner night. The owner came up to you and said, is it okay if we call this bookstore the Lee bookstore from here on out, because this is the best reading we've ever had? And at that very moment, there's someone else. They come out this way, the other side of the pole, and it's you. You found, it's like, I don't know how this happened, but you're in the audience. And what do you do in that moment?
You know, it's so funny because today I was talking to someone about like the advice I would give to my past self. And I said I would probably tell her about the coronavirus. just like stop. Don't worry about like who you're dating. Don't worry about any, just go do this one thing and like everything else would work out. So I guess it would depend. Is this like a past me from like a different time, or is it like me now?
Let's it can be whichever version of yourself you'd like.
Ask the judge. I think I would give myself that mission of like, there's probably a lot of other bad things to stop, but I'd just be like, just focus on this one pangolin or whatever. Just stop this one thing from happening.
Do one thing.
Yeah, and it'll work out okay.
And little do you know, the other version of you just wanted an autograph. They just wanted it. Make a book out to their mom. But then they're like, oh, I have this burden now. Great, I got to go stop a worldwide pandemic. Thanks.
Yeah, and we were trying to decide then, would you like have to wipe that past self's memory like after they completed the task? So it does get kind of.
Yeah. This game will break if we think about it too hard. So we encourage anyone tuning in on the internet to don't worry about it. But that's great. Thank you for your service to the world and humanity. And please, if you could, popcorn pick another contestant.
How about Jessica?
Sure.
All right, Jessica. You're in a book. No, okay. Wait, no, this is okay. So, okay. you've been invited to do a special reading, and it's not at a coffee shop, because we know that the old cliche is the second you get up to do the reading, there's a all that stuff, and it's like, oh, that's so profound. But alas, you are being invited to do your reading at an espresso machine factory. So it is going to be very loud, much louder than just the machine once it's done being made. It's going to be so loud. The workers really want to hear your story, though. And you've found out that the production line basically has a second of silence every 30 seconds. So they're only going to hear 5 words from your whole speech. What are the 5 words that they will be able to hear that will really get to the heart of what your book is about?
What? Okay.
With an espresso machine factory.
To be honest, I feel like I would just dispense with words at this point. I don't think that saying 5 words is useful. So I'd probably just have a dance party with everyone. I feel like that's a pretty good backdrop for a dance party. I think everyone would have a much better time than waiting like 20 minutes for me to say a word and another 20 minutes for me to say another word. So just gonna do everything over there.
The judges love to dance. You got 100 points. So well done. And way to incorporate the rhythm of the machine. Let's see. Jessica, please choose our next contestant.
I pick Sanaë.
Sanaë. All right. Sanaë, you are at a book signing line. You're like at Book Expo or something, and there's just a line of people. They're just going through the motions. They just want that signature. And so you've been just doing this over and over again. And you're like, oh, I thought I was really going to connect with a fan today. These are just people who are going to sell it on eBay. They're not even going to read it. They're going to make millions of dollars off of my own signature. So you're already in that state until somebody walks up to you and says, hey, I tattooed every other word of your whole story all over my body. And you have your own encounter with that. You have your own feelings and probably respond in some way. But that's not for this game show. The person has a request for you. They know that out there someone else has tattooed every other word that they didn't put on their own body all over their body, and they're looking for that person. So the internet's down throughout the world at this moment. What's your first step to make this fan's dream come true, to find the other tattooed fan out there?
I'd be so worried for like what if their skin can breathe. Oh my text. I guess we just have to go on a journey together. And the internet is down. We just have each other and a handwritten map. And we would just have to go on this like wild journey, probably first across the US and then maybe Europe, because there's a UK edition. So but we'd also have to go to Australia. There are a couple of books there too. It might take a while.
How long roughly do you think it would take?
I guess it would be the end of the world if there's no internet. So it wouldn't really matter. We can kind of roam until there's bread and cheese and flag.
So that's how you'll spend your final moments, is helping this person, going, it's not really worth it. The whole world's ending, but okay, we'll try anyway.
I will try to find
food.
I was going to say, get some edibles for the journey too. I feel like this definitely sounds like something you'd want to be a little stoned for.
Food bag. You've got a bag. Throw things in there. All right, we have. Are there 2 more contestants? 1 more. I'm looking at my notes. Kellan. Are you the last to go here, Kellan?
I'm the last to go.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, the internet's still out. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. You are at a reading. Panelists, where would you like to see Kellan reading?
How about Vegas?
All right, you're in Vegas. All right. You're in the middle of the strip. You are holding up traffic, doing a reading, but people are overjoyed to see it. Someone's at the top of the Eiffel Tower looking down. Someone's like broken through fake Lady Liberty saying, "This is great."
Yeah.
And sliding down the Luxor saying, "I'm falling." You're doing your reading, and you start noticing that people are appearing and disappearing right before your eyes. So for a second, everyone in the audience is there, and then you look up, and the person that was in the front row with the big Kellan sign has disappeared. And then like 30 seconds later, they're back again. They're gone again. What beyond thinking, why isn't this happening to me? I'm not going in and out of this existence right now. What do you do in that moment? You're again in the middle of the strip reading, and people keep popping in and out.
Well, so my work is speculative in nature. So my first thought is I'm finally like crossing into another world or being able to see into a different world.
Yeah.
And this is the coolest shit that's ever happened to me. I am probably looking through the crowd to see if any other one person, I assume that there's one other person here who maybe is controlling this change between the worlds.
Okay.
And they're looking directly at me, and they came to this event to find me, like, because they read my work and they were like, you like have a creative imagination, and I'm going to enlist you to help me fix this break between the worlds, and I need you to come with me. And it's a hot guy, of course. And I hand my book to one of the Chippendales who is attending, obviously. Yep. And I say, finish reading for me. And I go with this handsome stranger to fix the break between the worlds. And then I write about it and sell 1 million copies. The end.
Judges, that is correct. That is the correct answer. Well done. So looking at the point tallies, everyone still has points. Good job. All right, we're moving into our final round. And let's see. We'll throw this out to the internet. Actually, I'll ask you all and the internet. Would you like to draw again, or would you like to not draw again? Great.
Sure, why not?
Let's draw again.
Great.
Okay, the people are asking. They just want more drawings. All right, thank you, Matt, from the internet. Also, I'll just do a quick shout out here since we're running low on time. Hey, HV, thank you. Hey, Jenny Fernandez. A.E. Hodge, where would we be without you? Susan Austin. Oh, yeah. Let's see. And a little person named Martin Wilson.
Oh, Martin.
How are you?
Who is that?
So our final thing this evening will be, again, get your pads ready. This time we'll all draw at one time here, and you all are writing like this. If this game show is going on in 20 years, people are going to look back and say, "Oh, these authors really impacted me. Those are really great stories. I love these stories so much." Who are those stories for you? I would love for you all to think of a story that has meant a lot to you. It can be a story that you just read recently. It can be something from way back. I want you to think about a story that perhaps others are familiar with. We'll put that little stipulation in there. Who knows what everyone's familiar with, though. So think of that story that you really like, and then think of one scene from it, one like pivotal moment in that book that you're like, wow, that is such a cool moment. And I would love for you to try to draw that. We will put very few minutes on the clock. And by minutes, I mean just one. And we will show our pictures, and we'll see if you all can guess what book and or what scene it is. So again, if that helps you figure out your impactful book that you want to shout out this moment, go for it. The internet also can join in trying to guess. All right, so think about that book that has meant a lot to you in some regard. Think about a scene in that book that is like, wow, what a scene, that's awesome. And then attempt to draw it. I shouldn't even say attempt. You're more than capable. And then we'll check in with you. So we have 1 minute, 2 minutes on the clock. Audience, feel free to do this yourself at home. it's a nice thing to think about, something maybe you're grateful for.
I already messed up.
Oh. Uh-oh. All right.
Oh, no.
I was just saying all right to the judges. All right, pens or markers up, or whatever you're using. Anyone feeling that this is theirs to start off?
Sure, I'll go.
Yeah, Jessica, thank you.
So do you want me to just hold up my drawing?
Yeah, let me see if I can feature you. Oh, I think I can. Okay, I'm going to feature you. We'll get your drawing. Okay. Wonderful. Everyone got that? All right. Okay. Anyone have a guess for what the book is?
It looks like a woman dusting a bookshelf, and I wonder if it's Remains of the Day. No,
That was a correct interpretation of the stick figures action.
Ooh.
Is it like a Mary Poppins type?
Ooh.
More similar to that age range, but not Mary Poppins.
Is that Amelia Bedelia?
Oh no, but I love that.
That's, yeah.
So
Shout out to Amelia Bedelia. I think she's tuning in tonight too. All right. Any guesses? Internet, do you have any guesses? All right. The reveal.
It was All of a Kind Family by Sydney Taylor.
Can
Hmm.
we see that picture one more time now that
I love it too.
we have? Can you hold up your picture one more time so we can all, now that we know, we can all see it. There it is. Wonderful. Thank you, Jessica. All right. Please choose the next contestant.
Jean.
Jean.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, here we go. I realize it's a human. It looks like a seal. I'm not very good at art, clearly, and he's sitting on a tree stump.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
we didn't even need, we got all that.
Okay, yeah, glad it was apparent.
That's a heck of a hat too, I think.
I did the hat because at the last one I was like, he looks like a seal. I knew like a man, but I guess seals can wear hats too.
is this from The Giving Tree?
Yes, it is the Giving Tree. Yeah. Wow, see, first guess. There we go.
Wow.
One of my earliest memories is sobbing to that book in the Pelican Rapids Library in Minnesota.
Oh.
What a devastating children's book. Just
Yeah.
brutal.
So dark.
So fucked up.
But it earned you a lot of points tonight, so well done. You are riding high. Kellan will also give you points for your ace interpretive skills. Jessica, you got a lot of points too. And Kate, good dust work. You figured it out like a good detective. So everyone's getting lots of points right now. Jean, who's next?
Let's hear from Lee.
Lee. Let's hear from Lee.
I kind of gave a hint to this earlier, so it was on my mind.
Let's see. Everyone making that out?
Too specific.
Okay. And
Is it How to Feed Your Woozle? The woozle won't stop.
You can use this as original art for that.
Well done. The Woozle returns. Is that true? Did we get a right on the money?
Sure. Yeah. Let's just go with that.
She's like, I got places to be. That's perfect. Run. Okay. The next contestant.
Let's go with Kellan.
All right.
All right. Here's mine.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Let's see. Fantastic work.
Thank you. I got some color in there.
Oh, all right. Panelists, any guesses?
Obviously, The Great Gatsby.
Yep. Gatsby. All right, next. Kellan, you get to choose.
No, wait, Kellan, what is the book actually?
Jurassic Park.
It is Jurassic Park. I saw that fence. And
All right. Sanaë.
All right. I don't think you're gonna know this. It's a Japanese book. It's very obscure.
Oh, the gauntlet has been thrown.
No.
It's a train in the clouds, and there's a little boy in the train.
I was gonna say Miss Frizzle going through the human body,
Ooh.
but now I know it's in the sky and not an intestine.
Anyone have a guess?
The Polar Express is the only train thing that I can think of, but that is obviously wrong too.
It's very open to interpretation.
It's like the little engine that could part 2, and he's like, I don't even need tracks. I'm going so high.
Yes.
What is the title of that book?
I don't even know.
So we all might be right.
I have to ask my mom.
It's a lovely picture. All right, let's see. Who remains but one? And here we go. Let's get you on the main feed. All right. Whoa.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I can describe the rabbits.
Yeah. I think we got the animal.
Is this Goodnight Moon?
Oh, good guess.
Watership Down?
Yeah, it's Watership Down.
That's the scariest book ever.
Those are the same.
Yeah.
Well done drawing then, and well done guessing, one and all. We'll leave it on a success there. We are overtime. The judges are telling me that it's taking them a while to calculate the winners, but it looks like everyone won. And it was a dead even score throughout. So I don't know. These will be coming in the mail to you since we are apart, but these are made out of, it's copper. Let's see, copper and bronze mixed together. We haven't engraved them yet with your title and your winnings, but it looks almost corrugated, but that's just because we have such a good smithy here. And we will be engraving these medals for you to wear every day for the rest of your lives with a marker, and we will send them to you post haste. And I just want to thank you all so very much for joining us this evening at the Southern Festival of Books. I want to encourage our attendees at home to go ahead and purchase these books from their fine booksellers. Parnassus is our bookseller here in Nashville, who's the sponsor for our festival. But find your local bookshop and get into their minds even further. Thank you all so much. Again, your medals are coming. You can wear them on your next speaking engagements out in the public. And we'll say farewell to our friends here. Thank you all so much. And I'm going to throw up, period. No, I'm going to throw up all of these digital pictures one more time so you can remember these books. Go out and get them, as we have just half of a head of Kellan looking on at all of them going by. Okay. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful night. And thanks for coming to the Southern Festival of Books.